It's been 10 years since the Jedi fell. Obi-Wan Kenobi lives in exile. Quiet, lonely, slightly smelly, watching Luke from afar like a divorced uncle banned from Little League. He minds his own tragic business, meditates, feeds a lizard, eats sad stew. One night, he's feeling down. Too much sand, not enough serotonin. So, he opens the Holotube just to check something. He starts with a cooking tutorial, then a lightsaber ASMR channel, then somehow a podcast called Unlocking Masculine Destiny, the warrior mindset. And then it happens. A channel. A voice. A vest. Andrew Krayt. Alpha male. Ex-Sith. Full-time dick. Oh, just one click couldn't hurt. And then, like a fool, he clicks. Tatooine changes him. The robes get tighter. The beard gets sharper. The self-respect? Artificially inflated and Krayt certified. He starts lifting moisture evaporators for reps. Does shirtless saber swings at sunset. Yells, "No pain, no Padawan," at his own reflection. He installs mirrors in his hut. Tapes motivational quotes on the walls like, "Cut your weakness in half with discipline. The Force is earned, not given. Beta is a mindset. Jedi is a grind." He exfoliates with crushed Krayt scale, drinks nothing but sun-steeped bantha broth, refers to Jawas as low-T opportunists. And the locals? They stop calling him Old Ben, and now they call him Oh Ben. And no one makes eye contact anymore. So, episode 4 begins normally. Luke wanders off, Tusken Raiders jump him, as they do. Same setup, same desert, same screaming. But then, instead of a wise old man waving his arms and making spooky noises, Oh Ben appears, shirtless, glowing, flexing. He charges in and absolutely drop kicks a Tusken through a rock. Another one gets force slammed so hard his gaffy stick files for workers' comp. He pile drives a chieftain into the sand and yells, "Grindset never sleeps." Luke blinks up at him from the ground, bleeding slightly and 80% confused and concussed. Obi-Wan grabs him by the collar. His voice is gravel, sweat, and Krayt wisdom. "Do you want to be a beta like your uncle, or an alpha male who brings back the Jedi?" What? Obi-Wan lets go. Nods to himself. Good. Confusion is the first step to dominance. Luke is now scared. And also suddenly doing push-ups? He doesn't know why. Obi-Wan hands him a data pad. It says, Jedi Mindset, Level 1, Hydration, Intimidation, Self-Restraint Optional. Mos Eisley. Wretched hive of scum, villainy, and where Obi-Wan has been banned from most bars for his toxic masculinity. He shoulder checks the door open, nudges Luke through with a smirk, and drops the mantra, "Beta males wait. Alphas dominate. Enter first." Inside the cantina, it's the usual mess. Sabacc addicts, spice dealers, one guy definitely vlogging a pyramid scheme, and then there he is, Han Solo, feet up, drink in hand, wearing a vest that screams, "I monetize chaos." Obi-Wan walks straight up. "Well, criff me sideways. Oh, Ben." Obi-Wan grims. The bro handshake is unnecessarily loud and elaborate. These guys know each other? They do. They've traded DMs, they've shared Grindset holos, they drink the same unlicensed supplements, same forums, same terrible slogan, dominate, detox, detonate. Han hasn't changed at all, and that's the joke here. He was always like this. Obi-Wan introduces Luke. He's got potential, needs better posture. You tracking macros, kid? What the hell is a macro? He's still in his beta phase. Han nods. Luke silently dies a little inside. So, inside the Death Star, the mission goes as planned. Well, mostly. They infiltrate the Death Star, they rescue Leia, they fight stormtroopers. But now, everything Obi-Wan does comes with commentary from someone else. Every hallway cleared, every blaster bolt dodged comes with a smug quote lifted directly from Andrew Krayt's Alpha Manifesto playlist. Adapt or perish, betas hesitate, alphas override. They duck into an access corridor. Comfort is the cousin of failure, Luke. Leia's rescued from her cell. Who are you? I'm the product of discipline, adversity, and a 10-credit monthly subscription. She instantly hates him. Chewbacca tries to follow them, but wisely peels off and disappears somewhere around cell block AA23. No one blames him. R2 beeps angrily and shuts down in protest. C-3PO politely informs the group that they've been blocked. Luke is trying to focus. Can we please just get out of here? Alpha males don't get out, Luke. They break through. Vader appears. Cape swirling, saber lit, breathing like a malfunctioning espresso machine. The duel begins, but not like before. Obi-Wan doesn't raise a saber, he doesn't even activate it. Instead, he paces. Slow. Controlled. Like a motivational speaker with a war crime resume. Then he starts talking. You lost Padme, your body, your soul, and your whole fucking mindset. You built your identity around a guy in a hoodie whispering compliments. That's beta energy, Anakin. The Sith didn't empower you, they pitied you. Vader lashes out. Obi-Wan sidesteps, force slaps the saber out of his hand and keeps going. You think darkness is strength? Darkness is a crutch for people too scared to stretch. The grind didn't break you. The whining did. And just like that, the galaxy's most feared Sith Lord collapses into a heap of wheezing metal. Vader curls up, whispering, "You used to be powerful." Obi-Wan turns away. You used to be a lot of things, but you never subscribed. Obi-Wan delivers the Death Star to the Rebellion. Nobody asked him to. It wasn't part of the plan. It wasn't part of any plan. He just beat Vader into a midlife crisis and walked through the command deck like it was leg day. Vader's in his meditation pod now, hugging his knees, whispering, I should have journaled. The rest of the command staff? Gone. Colonel Wolf Yularen? Powerbombed. Hurst Ramadi? Force launched through a wall mid-meeting. Trek Malik? Called Obi-Wan a relic and got force slammed into the cafeteria. Admiral Conan Antonio Madi, benched. Cassio Tack and Seward Cass, tag teamed. Murad and Bast, basted. Obi-Wan walks out covered in sweat and testosterone, shrugs and says, well, guess this is mine now. He flies the Death Star to the Rebellion like it's a group project and he did all the work. They're impressed, they're grateful, but by the Mortis gods, they cannot stand this man. Mon Mothma can't look him in the eye. Akbar starts stress-eating freeze-dried kelp. Leia demands a restraining order and 2 therapy droids. They hold a quiet emergency meeting. And then, they hand Obi-Wan a map. Go find Jedi. Somewhere else. Also, they hand him Luke. Because Luke is now eating raw Nerf steaks, sleeping 4 hours a week, and quoting Andrew Krayt's 7 laws of leadership like it's scripture. He flexes every time he speaks. Chewie left again. Everybody hates this. They arrive on Dagobah. The swamp bubbles, the trees hiss, everything smells like expired algae and unresolved trauma. Obi-Wan hops out of the ship shirtless again, yelling, "The Force rewards the disciplined!" Yoda emerges from the mist. He stares. He frowns. He sighs. Then, with zero warning, he slaps Obi-Wan across the face so hard it echoes through the Force. "Speak like a podcast, you do. Think like a fool you are." Obi-Wan starts to protest. Yoda force chokes his ego like it owes rent. "Toxic your mindset is. Inflamed your midichlorians are. Influencer, Jedi, pick one, you must not." And then the detox begins. No holonet, no motivational quotes, no protein sludge. Just mud, bugs, failure, and tears. Luke collapses day one, throws up a gallon of powdered bantha liver and pre-workout concentrate. Wheezes, "Are feelings allowed again?" Yoda nods. Mandatory they are. Obi-Wan throws a rock at a tree. It bounces off and hits him in the face. He doesn't even flinch. That's progress? Detox continues, slowly, painfully, involuntarily. Under Yoda's guidance, Obi-Wan begins to rewire. The holonet? Parental locked. His Krayt tube subscriptions? Deleted. Every time he tries to say the word Grindset, Yoda beats him with a stick. He meditates. He journals. He cries once, but then he just calls it sweat from the soul. Luke watches. He starts asking weird questions. Master Yoda? What if the Force is about kindness? What if connection makes us stronger? What if my self-worth isn't tied to my bicep circumference? Yoda nods. Proud. Peaceful. Obi-Wan sighs. He looks down at his now slightly doughy arms. His abs are gone. His hairline is retreating. His delts have entered witness protection. I miss being shredded. Yoda just stares. And that's when it happens. Obi-Wan, once the peak of alpha-fueled chaos, finally begins to look his age and not his IQ. So, what if Obi-Wan got really into alpha male culture? He got jacked. He beat up with the Sith. He handed the rebellion a weapon of mass destruction like it was just a gym membership. But in the end, he learned something. You can't grindset your way out of spiritual trauma. The Force doesn't care how many reps you did or how clean your macros are. Or if your podcast has a guest named Swole Sidious. Because being a Jedi, it's not about dominance. It's about balance. And not being a fucking weirdo on the holonet. This has been Canon Chaos.